Hey Arc of New Jersey, it's Matthew Locascio with In-Home Training, back with another weekly edition of some great healthy exercises and tips to lead a healthy lifestyle for you guys. As you can see on the wall behind me, I've got some football paraphernalia hanging up. That's because this past weekend I had a barbecue for the upcoming football season. If you guys are into the NFL, happy NFL season. Big time of year for me. Unfortunately, I am a Giants fan, but I just enjoy the NFL in general. So I have a big party every year to celebrate it, and of course had plenty of waters on hand for the people who came to the party who weren't drinking or were drinking, obviously, and you still need to hydrate. So I figure I'd show you guys some exercises today that you could do even using water bottles, because remember, we don't always need weights or fancy exercise equipment. Sometimes something as simple as water bottles can be used just as an easy device, just an easy piece of makeshift equipment to get a good workout in. So what we're going to do is go over a few things now, just like you would with weights. We're going to start with bicep curls here. So we're going to take the water bottles, we're going to go up one at a time like so. So I'm just curling it, and the key when you're using something light like a water bottle is you want to make sure your form is good. You want to make sure you're going at a nice pace, not too fast, not too slow, both on the up and the down motion, or the the extension and the opposite end of every exercise you do. So we're doing curls like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take that curl and we're going to rotate it up and do a shoulder press. Curl, shoulder press. Just like so. Again, nice smooth pace, not too fast, not too slow. Just kind of going at a nice pace here. And if you do the exercise right, in this case with a curl and a shoulder press, you're keeping the elbows tucked in. I'm rotating up, but I'm doing so in a nice, slow, controlled manner. And again, not letting the water bottle or my arm get too far away from my body. And now after this one, we're going to switch it up here, and now we're going to do Simon's favorite exercise, who I'll hopefully see this Friday, and a couple of our other regulars on the Awesome Friday workout classes, and we're going to throw some punches. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate our arms like so, and the water bottles are just adding a little level of resistance to make those punches just a little bit tougher. So if you're not used to throwing punches, even though it's just water bottles, make sure you do so very controlled and smooth so that you don't agitate anything, because something as simple as a water bottle, if you're used to doing the exercise without it, can just throw the body and its mechanics off a little bit. So you want to make sure you're doing it, again, nice and slow and controlled. I've got the iPad light on behind me, so it should be, I see it beaming off the water bottles here. It's really highlighting the fact that I'm using water bottles. Which, by the way, I purposely went with a no-name brand one for this, which is just a local ShopRite brand, which is actually pretty good water, believe it or not. And remember, we're just rotating our arms. When you throw that punch, you want to rotate the wrist, rotate the arm, finish just like that. So the bottle should start vertical and end horizontal. And good right there. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to do a reverse fly. So we're going to put the water bottles straight out together, and then we're going to bring them apart and straight back together and apart, nice and slow. Smooth, controlled pace. Again, I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see. Just like so. Nice and smooth. Elbows just slightly bent. Okay, very good. And now we're just going to bend over and we're going to do the same thing coming up. Notice I'm looking at you guys. I'm looking at the iPad still. That's because I want to, even though I'm bent over, I want to keep my head up so that my spine doesn't end up, my posture doesn't end up too far forward. I'm staying balanced by keeping my head up. I'm grounding my feet and I'm keeping my weight back a little in my butt so that I'm not leaning too far over. And again, just taking the water bottles and going out to the side like so. Beautiful. Now we're going to squeeze these water bottles together. Not too hard that you end up bursting one open. We don't want to. I don't want to get any complaints that someone ruined their rug or their living room furniture doing this. Just nice and squeezed together so that you get a little tense, a little tightness in the tricep muscle right about here. Squeeze it together. We're going to go through and up, through and up. And again, same kind of form. I'm keeping my head up. I'm keeping my feet grounded. I'm shifting my weight back a little bit, keeping my hips back, and just up to the chest. Nice and smooth. Keep them tight enough that they stay together. Again, that's going to add a little tricep burn to the exercise. Good. Now we're going to take them to the side like so, and we're just going to bring them up and together. You want them to touch right on the bottom. Right on the bottom of the water bottles. Boom. Back out. Right at the bottom of the water bottles and back out. Just coming out to the sides and just a little bit away from the body before we come back up and together, meeting right at the chest. Squeeze the chest together when you're bringing these water bottles up. Get those back and chest muscles involved. Just squeeze them a little bit as you come up. Last one right here. Beautiful. Now we're going to flip the bottles over. And now we want lid to lid, so we want cap to cap here. We're just going to come down a little bit, right about knee level. Come up and right to chest. Come up. Right to chest. Right to chest. Good. So just a little squat, going right to our knees and right up to our chest like so. Try to keep the calves together. It's a challenge in itself, as I'm struggling to do it on a couple. But it adds a little fun and a little extra challenge to the exercise. Two more. And good, right there. All All right, guys. Again, that's just a few things, and really, the water bottle itself, don't think you need to go out and buy water bottles to work out. It's just a gimmick. It's just another tool that you can use to kind of guide your way through an exercise routine. Just showing you again that you don't need weights, you don't need fancy equipment. There's a million different things you can use to get in a great workout. You can even do this, obviously, as we've done in the past, without anything whatsoever, just using our hands, using our body weight, using range of motion. But I hope this helps you out, and if you have the water bottles laying around, hopefully you do for hydration. Maybe you're recycling more, or you're more environmentally conscious, so maybe you're using a Brita filter, which is fine. It doesn't have to be, again, water bottles, but try it out. If you've got something similar, try it out. Try some different exercises that we've gone over with them and see how it works for you. Any questions, as always, guys, 908-875-3241. info@inhometrainermatt.com is the email, and of course inhometrainermatt.com. You can reach us through the contact portal. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. Again, happy football season to you football fans out there, and I'll see you guys, I'm glad I caught that, this Friday at 1 o'clock for our usual awesome group workout. I'll see a lot of you there, a lot of you regulars there, and I hope to see some new faces as well. You don't need to bring a water bottle, but definitely drink some kind of water while we're working out, because it's gonna be a good one. Have a great night, guys.